welcome back to my flute studio. We are here today for our third video about the basics of vibrato. Today we're going to talk about how to make a nice sounding vibrato without it sounding labored or too intense. And the way that we do that is really with our air. So what we're going to do first is just kind of experiment a little bit with the air and see how we can make our air change. Okay, and we're just going to use our hand as a reference point for us to feel our air. So first I just want you to blow on your hand for about 4 counts, and don't really do anything. Don't try to do any vibrato or anything like that. Just blow on your hand, but make a flute embouchure. Okay, here we go. Make your flute embouchure. 2, ready. All right, there you go. Good. Nice job. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and blow on our air again. Okay, and this time I want you to start the air soft and make it get more intense as you go. Use your diaphragm to push that air out and make it sound more intense. Okay, this time we're gonna do it for about 6 counts. 1, 2, ready, start soft. Good. All right, now, last thing, we're gonna start loud, quote unquote, okay, with a lot of air, and then we're gonna back our air down. Okay, so you start by really pushing the diaphragm and then back it off your air, but continue to support. Okay, here we go. Ready? Good. Now you can probably start a little stronger than what I just did. Now, last thing we're gonna do with blowing on our hand. Okay, now we're gonna try to make a little bit of a pulse with your air, okay? And you do this by thinking of it being more of a spinning feeling, okay? So on the inside of your mouth, you should feel the pulses kind of happen on the inside of your mouth and kind of just basically come out into your air. So you don't really want to use your throat in order to do this. So you want to really avoid throat tension, okay, when you're practicing vibrato, okay? You want it to sound very natural, okay? Remember that your diaphragm should be pushing the air out. So here we go. Let's try it kind of slow. And I want you to just try to do about, maybe some 4 counts per beat. La, 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 about that speed, okay? And just try to do that on your hand. Ready? Now this would be a lot easier if I was sitting right next to you and you could hear my air stream really, really good. But now we're gonna put it in with a B flat, okay? And you're gonna try to do just the same exact thing with a B flat, all right? So 1, 2, ready. So notice that my air is pulsing, okay, but it's not being bouncy. Not doing that, it's just, and I'm doing that just by gently pulsing my air, okay? Now hopefully up to this point you have been working enough on your vibrato that you understand, the difference between a big pulse and a small pulse, okay? Right now we're making more small pulses, okay? And you don't necessarily have to do each individual pulse with your diaphragm at this point, okay? Basically you're using your diaphragm to push out your air and to support your air, okay? And you're doing the pulses with the air stream, okay? So that was our first thing we're gonna do. Now I'm gonna move my super high-tech stand over here, and I'm gonna show you our next exercise. Now, if you want to, you can screenshot this part of the video so that you can kind of see it better when you're practicing it at home, okay? But this is what we're going to do right here, exercise 1. Okay, so what I said here is we're gonna do a B flat, and we're going to pulse with our air 16th note. So basically what we just did, okay, but we're gonna do it on the scale. All right, so you're gonna go 3 counts of pulses, and then you're going to rest. And on the rest, you're gonna take a breath. Okay, then you're gonna move on to the next note of the scale, which in this case is the C. Same exact thing on the rest, take a breath. We're gonna do this on every single note of the scale. Okay, now, right now in the video, for time purposes, we are only going to go up the scale, okay? But when you're practicing this exercise at home, you should go up and down the scale, okay? And we're going to start really slow. Our metronome beat is going to be 50, okay? And right now we're just gonna go up the scale. I'm gonna show you, and you should get a little easier as every note that you do, okay? Remember, we're doing this with our air, okay? Not hugely with the diaphragm. Use the diaphragm to support. Here we go on a B flat scale. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, that was only up the scale. Now, as I write in my directions here, okay, you should do this in 1 octave, okay? You should go up and down. Now, once you're feeling comfortable with this exercise, okay, at quarter note equals 50, no faster, okay, then you should speed it up a little, okay, maybe to quarter note equals 54. Okay, and then when you're comfortable at that speed, you speed it up again, okay? Then you should try to get it to where your tempo is about quarter note equals 60, okay? And you can do 4 pulses per beat comfortably at quarter note equals 60. So that sounds like this. Now, you can also use different scales if you want. I chose the B flat scale because it's a good range and everybody knows that scale, okay? But you don't have to always do the B flat scale. If you get bored with it, you can do a different scale if you want. That's as fast as it's gonna go, okay? That is quarter note equals 60. Now you can get it going a little faster if you want, but that's, you know, all is as fast as you need to go. Now, you need to practice exercise 1 before you move on to exercise 2, but I'm gonna show you exercise 2 right now also. And get good at exercise 1, okay? You gotta get it up to 60. You can't just be like, oh, Mrs. Cooley said I can move on to exercise. No, I'm teaching you exercise 2, but you don't move on to it until you've got exercise 1 down. I'm giving you the Mrs. Cooley look. All right, now, exercise 2. We are going to now work on the F scale, okay? Different scale. You could have, maybe you've already done the F scale, I don't know. Okay, but now we're still gonna keep our 16th note pulses going. Okay, but now our rhythm is gonna be faster. Okay, instead of doing 4 counts on the same note, we're gonna do only 2 counts on the same note. We're not gonna rest to breathe, okay? We are only going to rest, you know, actually, you're not gonna rest, you're just gonna keep going, okay? No matter what, so no rests. Now, just in case you can't see that, there it is, okay? Now, as I say there, we're gonna do quarter note equals 54 to start. Now, same thing, I'm only gonna lead you through the beginning of this exercise, okay? So F scale, 16th note pulses, but only 2 counts per note. Okay, only 2 counts per note, per pitch. All right, so start on the F. Oh, one other thing about this exercise is that you should slur at least the 2 notes together. Okay, so if you need to take a breath after 4 counts, that's fine. Okay, but you should be slurring at least 2 notes together. Okay, let's try this. F, and I'm gonna stand to the side, so if you want, you can kind of see what my belly's doing here. 1, 2, F, ready, go. Okay, now this one, okay, you're gonna go up and down again. Now, because the F scale is one of those really easy 2 octave scales, and we're going significantly faster, this is not as slow of an exercise, you can actually throw in the 2nd octave. Okay, that's a really good way to practice this. Okay, and you are going to speed up your tempo, but I want you to do it in a very measured way. Okay, you're gonna start at 54, which is what we just did. Okay, and then you're going to go to 56. You can see that at the bottom there. Then you're going to go to 58, then 60, then 63, and 66. Okay, so you need to have a metronome. Okay, you need to turn it on, and you need to use it in order to really work on this exercise. Okay, it's really helpful to use vibrato or to practice vibrato with a metronome. It's just you should just use a metronome. Just get it and put it on your stand and use it every day. It's the best tool you've got. Now, I'm going to put my metronome at where this is a comfortable speed. Okay, and then this is a common tune. I actually played this tune in exercise or in video 1. No, that's a little too fast. And I'm going to use my metronome. Okay, and now I highlighted everything that you're going to try to put vibrato on. Okay, and I want you just to use that nice light vibrato. Don't go, relax. Okay, it's not, we don't do this with our throats, okay? So try to avoid tension when you're playing with vibrato, okay? Now, remember that what we're doing here takes practice. You're not just gonna get this in one day, okay? It's gonna take you a few weeks to really start getting how to understand how to put vibrato in music, and it'll take you years to develop your vibrato and to develop your understanding of how to do it and where to put it and making it expressive, okay? But today we're just going to try adding it into this piece. Now, you also notice that there's a lot of dynamics marked in here, okay? I'm going to try to do these dynamics too, in addition to adding vibrato, okay? So you can work on that also when you're practicing. All right, notice your key signature, 3 flats. All right, here we go. This is Londonderry Air, 1, 2. Okay, so you can keep practicing that tune to get some really nice vibrato going, okay? And, I always recommend, some kind of basic guidelines here is that when you're playing loudly, your vibrato can be a little wider. Okay, and when you're playing softly, you can try to make your vibrato a little narrower, okay? So it's like at the beginning. That just means that you don't put as much wave into your sound, okay? Now I highlighted those particular notes in Londonderry Air because those were longer notes, okay? As you get more and more accomplished at using vibrato, you can use it on 8th notes too, okay? You'll find that you'll start to use it on faster stuff. But when you're starting to use vibrato in music, just focus on using it on long notes, okay? And then you can gradually start to incorporate it into more and more of your playing. Okay, this was the longest out of the 3 videos, okay, but I think we got it a lot more into depth about what to do with vibrato and how to put it into music, okay? Please feel comfortable to let me know if you have any questions. All right, thanks so much. Take care.